everybody, I'm Rachel Stark,
I'm Nathan Hewitt.
and we're here to give you a little bit of an update on the capital campaign and some of the progress we're making on our first project, which is the main house renovation. So come take a tour with us.
Okay, so we're going to take a tour of the main house now. We're going to start with our new dining room, which is a renovation of our old dining room. And you see a couple of our additions there.
Come on.
Come on in.
All right, so what we've done is we've enlarged the dining room and added two new sections. You have the section over here, which is still not finished, obviously. It's under construction, but you can see the added space. And then right behind you, we have another section over here. What we love about this space is that the way we've situated it is that it ties into the actual living room, so that it hopefully will act as an extension to the living room, and people will be able to play board games but still hold a conversation from across the room. And if you notice, there's a variety of paint colors on the wall. This is a community selection project. We're trying to keep everybody involved, so we've picked a whole bunch of colors and we've taken votes and we have our winners. So in the end, there will be paint colors chosen by residents on the walls, and we're pretty excited about that.
Let's now go over and we'll show you the new storeroom and our new commercial kitchen.
Okay. Gotta cut the door first. Okay.
Right,
So
here's our temporary refrigerator. This is what we've been using to keep all our food cold throughout the renovation. It's been challenging but fun.
Yeah, and it doesn't look great right now, but this has actually always been a bit of a wet spot at the ranch. It was grass covered, but with the regrading, this should be taken away, and we'll have a much drier, grassy place for us to put our picnic tables and enjoy lunch outside. Okay.
And now we're going to go in the new storeroom door, and this is going to be where we're going to take all of our deliveries. And it appears that we're going to have to go around because the construction guys have locked us out. So just hold on right here a second, and I'll be right
Okay.
back.
And it's just beautiful. The craftsmanship and the nice, and how white it is lovely. We'll be able to put some picnic tables and some cafe tables here so that people can dine outside even in the bad weather. Which once the weather gets about 60 degrees and above, everybody likes eating outside. So we'll be able to make the most of this space and the new porch near the refrigerator, as well as all the yard that we'll have. So we're really excited about that. There he is.
Come on in.
I don't know if we have lights in here, do we?
Not yet.
Alright.
So to our right here is our new walk-in freezer and fridge. And this is where we'll store all that good farm-raised produce and meat and everything that we're raising and growing here on the farm.
They're about 1.5 size, the old ones, so we'll be able to store more food on site, which is going to be lovely.
There'll be all kinds of shelving here, dry storage for the kitchen.
This is our cook's office. It's their storeroom right now, so not quite attractive, but it'll be a lovely space for her to do menu planning and ordering to keep the kitchen running smoothly. Over here we have
Our new commercial kitchen.
You're gonna have to use your imagination a little bit. This big plastic covered piece here is the range hood, which is probably 3 times the size of our old one. And there'll be things like convection ovens, griddles, steamers. Anything else you can think of?
That's going to be it.
Yeah, and then in the center of the room, there will be at least 4 work tables where our different cooks and chefs and kitchen assistants, which are residents, are able to work on specific dishes. This back wall will be a counter with a lot of appliances like mixers, etc., that we use regularly. And right behind you is some beautiful windows, because we do believe in employees having a wonderful workspace where they'll be able to take a look and see the activity going on in the garden, and what's happening on crew, you know, when they're taking a break. And maybe we'll put a nice little cushion couch down below so that everybody gets a break here and there at the ranch.
Okay, and here, where the sheetrocks all come off the wall and we're seeing old barn board right now, that's gonna be all open, and that's gonna go into our new dish room, which is currently where the chefs are cooking and is the old kitchen. And if you go over to the other side of the new kitchen, where you see that brown board there, that is gonna be a doorway into the new dining room addition.
And we very much envision people coming in the morning, going through the swinging door, placing their order for the cooks, because we do breakfast to order every morning, and then being able to pick up their meal when it's ready. So we're all pretty excited about the added space and
Yes.
the feel of the new space. Right?
Yes.
And to be honest with you, everybody, we are in the middle of a capital campaign. We kind of just kicked it off about a month ago, but thanks to early donations, we were able to start this project in October. We had hoped to start it a little sooner than that, but permitting's not as easy as you think. So we're just very grateful that we're underway, and as spring comes, we'll make even more progress and hopefully finish it up this time.
We're very grateful
soon
for
this
those
summer.
people, generous donors, that have allowed us to get going early with this project. Yeah.
Okay, let's see some more.
Okay, so we're gonna go down these stairs and down into the new PK, or as we like to call it, People's Kitchen or Prep Kitchen. And it's where our gardens crew will put up produce that comes from the garden, which you already saw out the windows there, beautiful view. So what you're seeing here on the right-hand side as we go down the stairs is the end of the original building. And you'll see some artwork on the cement wall here. This is the new PK.
Okay, so this space will be used by Gardens crew. They were working out of a small alleyway kitchen that could safely handle maybe 2 or 3 people at a time. It's always very tight, but a very popular crew because we teach cooking and baking on this crew. Very important gaining skills for independence. So going from a small alley kitchen to this space, which yes, it's a bit in disarray right now, but in 2 months' time it should be ready. So this will also include 4 work tables. Is it a double convection oven over here?
Yes.
Nathan? Yeah, and lots of counter space. We're gonna have several sinks to wash produce. There will be one against the wall there, triple sink, right?
Triple sink.
Triple sink over here as well, because again, we're producing so many vegetables from the garden that we want to, take care of them immediately, get them washed and ready for use here, or put into pesto that we sell at farmers market. So this is going to be a wonderful space for them to learn not just cooking skills that will serve them well when they launch into independence, but help us put out items like our granola and pesto, and we're hoping to add fresh bread too. So that's something to look forward to. Okay.
Now, if you go to my left over here, you go into what used to be the PK.
Yeah.
So you'll see how tiny the PK was before, and we'd have 5 or 6 people working in there in the wintertime, and it was crowded. And our new PK is about 6 times the size of the old PK. So this was it. This was where everybody worked in the winter, and on rainy days that was on Gardens crew. This space is going to be used as just storage now. So we're going to have a mop sink in here, and we're going to have a lock closet for storing lock cleaners and those types of things. And we'll go over here and we'll see our new electrical room.
Which Nathan is extremely excited about.
Yes, I'm excited about that.
Ta-da!
So this is our new electrical room. So we have a new 600 amp service coming in here to power the ranch. We were really out of power for doing anything in the future until this renovation. So new generator transfer switch. We're going to be all up to current codes and plenty of electricity for now and any future expansions.
Yeah, and also equally as exciting, question mark, but very important is fire suppression. So while some of our newer buildings on the ranch have a fire suppression system, the main house, and some parts are 92 years old, has never had active fire suppression. So we are actually really excited to be able to add that to the entire building as part of this project, which will let me sleep a lot better at night knowing everybody's safe.
Me too.
It's taking a lot of work to get it installed, but it is worth every penny. So thank you for that.
Whole entire building will be sprinklered, and the volunteer fire department is very excited about that. Okay, we're gonna go out we'll call these the back doors of the PK. Like if we're gonna go up and work in the garden. So these great big new tanks are our new grease tanks that we have to put in to catch all of the grease from our kitchen sinks, to separate out the grease from the gray water.
Good.
So starting tomorrow, we're gonna be digging up the back parking lot and making some big holes and putting in these new tanks, and maybe we'll have some footage of that tomorrow. Now you can get a good view of the back side of the main house here and see what we've done in all three stories. And we'll walk around the outside, and we'll go back around to the front of the building and take you up to the 2 new apartments on the 3rd floor.
Okay, so now we're gonna go take a look at the 2 new staff apartments we're building. It's really hard to find homes or even rentals here in this area, so we're trying to slowly add more opportunities for staff to live on site. It lends to the community feel, as you can imagine. So we've set a separate entrance so that there is some sense of privacy. And we have 2 pretty decent sized kitchens. We also have a lot of visiting professionals who often want to come and stay, more than just the day. They want to stay overnight or sometimes stay a week. And so this might be an opportunity for a place for them to stay. So this seems further along than everything else, although it's the last thing that we're going to be able to open because of the fire suppression. But the idea here is a 1-bedroom apartment with an efficiency kitchen, their own bathroom, shower, and pretty bright and happy space. So great view of the main lawn, so we can see the action happening, and are close to, by being in the main house, they're close to the action, close to the kitchen if they don't want to cook. And quick to be able to hop in on events and activities, going down in the living room or in the dining room.
I really don't know why we would have put kitchens in here.
They should be eating all their meals downstairs probably.
If you live here and eat all that good food, why would you?
I don't know.
Why would you cook your own?
Maybe we don't need cabinets for the food.
Maybe not. Head over to the southerly apartment. Both apartments are really nice, but this one's like the luxury suite. They have a beautiful view of the gardens. You just look at this view. And not only from this room, the living room and kitchen, but from the bedroom also.
When there's grass, it'll be beautiful.
It will be beautiful when it's nice and green and no mud out there anymore.
Couple months.
Rocks are filled in.
This apartment too will also have an efficiency kitchen. And then, to Nathan's point, maybe not needed so much since the dining room's right down the hall, but still we appreciate that people like to do their own cooking now and then, so this will allow them to do that.
Well, that completes our tour of the main house renovation here at Spring Lake Ranch. And we've got some more projects coming up here in the near future, depending on funding and whatnot. And I will let Rachel fill you all in on that.
Yeah, so the other projects in the works are the transitional living program, which is a total of 4 buildings, including a community center. And that will house residents that are planning to stay with us on a longer term basis and slow their transition and work towards independence. The transitional living program includes about 4 different buildings. 3 of them are residences, and it will include either suites or apartments where people can take their time to transition into independent life. There will also be a community center, which will be a gathering spot for the entire ranch, and we're real excited about that. The next project we'll be working on is renovation of our gym, making that a little bit more user-friendly, adding some mindfulness space in terms of a yoga studio, possibly a music studio. And the last of the projects is relocating the farm and upgrading that for our animals. We have the site picked out and we're still raising money. So it's a total $18 million capital campaign, and thanks to early donations, we only have $3.5 million left to go. We hope to do more videos like this to keep you apprised of our progress, show you how it's cleaning up and looking, and hopefully you can join us.
Yes, thank you all.
Thank you.